It's week 12 of the NFL, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Saints and the Chargers on EA Sports.
From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Chargers. Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Still shedding tackles. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big game that time for the Chargers. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The numbers for him from a week ago: 22 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown. 11
touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. Herbert now. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Rolling to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Now that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Vasquez. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down, Saints. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Kamara is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. try to get in. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Calling no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Watson. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist bump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Going left side, it's complete. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play there for we know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. He finds some open field here. Touchdown, LA! Austin Eckler, touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Zuerlein connects on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. So this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
on second down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Let's go, fellas.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
Seven, our score after 1. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Herbert. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
A handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will make it 3rd and 1. Sean Payton not liking that last call. He's going to go ahead and challenge it. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Eckler again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Now Zuerlein on and the extra point. He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Eluding the pressure right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Vasquez. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson flush to his right. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So that drive, 4 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender.
They've got his man complete. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches. A really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. From the 16, Herbert. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They snap it to Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Watson off play action. Forced out to his left. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Try to pound it in. Kamara powers through him. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Deshaun Watson as the first half is winding down. And the Saints have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Lutz good on the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. The final shot before the break for Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where you see the final score there. Kyler Murray, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. From there, we head up to Kansas City, check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Patrick Mahomes, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis. to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets at halftime. Devontae Parker, a touchdown catch in that first half. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And they didn't get a whole lot done in the rushing department in those first 2 quarters. They probably feel pretty lucky to be tied here at halftime. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they had a little bit more success on the ground.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just...
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it was hard for anyone to react.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Some time right. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A little juke. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Eckler, they run left side. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. You keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Peyton Turner there on the tackle. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Austin Ekeler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
It really has. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Ekeler going to get it again on second down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's got Allen. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Ekeler. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's got it. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Ekeler. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers might be moving closer to an elusive 2nd win of the year as they extend that 4th quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack this. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Looking to throw. Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Dancing to his left. He finds his man, complete. It's Vasquez. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Watson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Good yardage on the completion there. And
plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want to challenge. Let's go. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll give him 8 that time, and it's a 2nd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. On the move to his left. And Watson has enough for the 1st down yardage as he slides to the turf. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Steps away. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Cole Kmet, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. That catch good for only a couple. On second down, Eckler. Oh, nice move. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And now the football changes hands.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Steps away to his left. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Watson. Flushed out right. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Watson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense...
Buddha.